question for you. What Americans last year or over the past handful of years were on their lunch breaks in the break room pulling out their Michelinas or TV dinners out of the microwave and telling their coworkers, you know what, I think the U.S. president should not have term limits. Let's remove those term limits. Nobody!
Average Dude has something to say about...
Okay, everybody, please forgive the way I look here. I just got done with a more than a handful of rounds with the heavy bag. I have a punching bag, an 80-pound punching bag, and I needed to use it because, oh dear God, you're going to love this. Today's episode deals with U.S. Congressman José Serrano wants to remove presidential term limits. I'm going to repeat that because it bears repeating. He wants to remove presidential term limits. This is how Congress is starting the year 2013. Okay, José Serrano, his full name is José Enrique Serrano, not to be confused with his son, who's also named José Serrano but has a different middle name. His son is part of New York's political area. José Enrique Serrano, this guy has been a career politician. He has been there for so long it's not even funny. A Democrat. But he wants to remove the 22nd article, and that's what the 22nd article does. It was put there it was to place term limits for the U.S. presidency. Good idea. He wants to remove it. Bad idea. And this dipshit has been consistently trying to throw this. Hey, people seem to think that this is new. Everyone's in an uproar on this one. This is not new. He's been doing this for a long time. But let's go over this, okay? 113th Congress, because it just started, this year. First session. First session. H.J. Res. 15. Quote, proposing an amendment to the Constitution of the United States to repeal the 22nd article of the amendment, thereby removing the limitation of the number of terms an individual may serve as president. January 4th, 2013. Way to start the new year. Way to start the 113th Congress group. Wow. And this is what I'm hearing from the right. Oh, the right, you need to really seriously, you need some electroshock. People on the right, must be Obama, it's all for Obama. No! Hey, take a look at this thing. Quote, this shall be valid to all intents and purposes as part of the Constitution when ratified by the legislatures of 3/4 of the several states within 7 years after the date of its submission for ratification. 7 years from January 4th, 2013, Barack Obama is not going to be president. Don't celebrate. You never know who's going to be in there next. That could be a bad thing. We don't know. This dipshit has been introducing this idea over and over since 1997. I'm going to repeat that again. 1997. He's been in the House of Reps since 1990, and from 1997 on, with the 105th Congress, this guy consistently throws it. I mean, Jose, what the hell are you thinking? Nobody likes this. The rest of Congress slams you for doing this over and over. Your own district, I get it. You're not necessarily representing me or people that are not in your district. Your job is to represent the people in your district. In that New York's 15th Congressional District. But they are not happy with you for this. They have not been happy with you for quite a while. And you keep doing this. And, the people jump on the bandwagon of thinking that this is Obama thing. I don't think Obama's that bright. Oh, man. No. This is an example of what I call the wimpy method of dealing with something. Because this is Congress. I'm convinced at this point that the reason he's doing this is because, the 112th Congress gathering was the worst. It was the most colossal failure out of all of them, and that is not a good thing. Barack Obama is not a power, he's not a, people don't like him, even in the Democratic sector. They're not happy with him, and nobody's really happy right now. And yet, they're much more satisfied with him, the right and the left, than they are with Congress. Congress has failed utterly. They, with the Fiscal Cliff episode that I just went over a couple days ago, they didn't even take care of the situation. They passed the potato to the 113th. They only did, they put a Band-Aid on yet again, and there you go. And and this is what the 113th Congress is going to do. They're going to do the same damn thing, because most of these career politicians are still in Congress, like José Enrique Serrano, and they're going to continue to be. Okay, José Enrique Serrano is the Democratic version of Mitch McConnell, and I already went over an episode on what I think of that moron filibustering his own proposition, wasting our time, resources, money. Get the hell off of Capitol Hill, you jackass. All of these career politicians in Congress need to. And that's what I'm thinking right now, because usually Congress has been in a constant battle with the president, no matter who's in Congress, no matter who the president is, Democrat, Republican, power, doesn't matter. They're always fighting against each other, because one wants more power over the other. And this has consistently happened and this is why it floors me that José Serrano keeps bringing up the idea of removing term limits. I mean, especially, this is what pisses me off. Right now, after the colossal, god-awful failure that was the 112th Congress, José Serrano introduces this January 4th of this year. You asshole, Jose. You need to be given some serious discipline for this. Okay? Congress failed. You have failed. You have all failed in Congress. Okay? You are the ones that need term limits. And I'm convinced at this point that the reason why you're doing this, Jose, is because you're feeling guilty. And instead of accepting the guilt for your own colossal failure, you want the president, who has term limits, to be the same as you. See, the president is just like us, everybody. The president who can serve a whole bunch of term limits, just like us in Congress, just as bad. No. Congress, you are worse than any president has ever been. And you can quote me on that one. I mean, wow. Hey, you've got to be kidding me. This is what you don't... they never take care of anything. This is what I refer to as the Popeye Wimpy metaphor. You know Wimpy from the Popeye cartoon. Popeye, give me a hamburger today and I will gladly pay you back Tuesday. And that's what they do. That fat, unemployed loser of a friend of Popeye's is constantly asking for hamburgers, and he's going to pay him back later, and never does. But he keeps asking for more goodies. What an apt metaphor for Congress! Oh. Everybody, I feel for you. Take care. Oh, Congress gives me such a migraine.